Welcome to Open Doors Media. My name is Segun Johnson. I'm glad you are watching this evening. We are going to discuss issues affecting not only a nation but a continent. Nigeria is well known all over Africa, and whatever affects Nigeria affects the whole of the continent of Africa. And I'm glad that we have men of substance to discuss the issues affecting security, economy, health of Nigeria right now. On my right hand side, we have with us a well-known social commentator and a businessman in his own right, Mr. Debo Adekwigba. Debo, you're welcome to the program.
Good evening.
On my left is well-known broadcaster Segun Lashori. Segun, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
And last but not the least is a businessman in his own right and a well-known radio commentator, Mr. Yinka Animasharan. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Dr. Johnson. Good evening.
You all recall that Nigeria has been in problem of security in the last 6 years of President Jonathan Goodluck, and we understand that he has declared for his second term yesterday, well advertised all over the world. Now the question is, are we going to experience another 4 years of insecurity? While he was presenting his second term speech, there was bombing all over the northeastern part of Nigeria. Today, a teachers' college has been bombed in Niger State, killing 10 just today, Wednesday. And for how long shall we continue? 2 days ago, it was a Potiskum school. What's wrong with us? Why can't we not stop Boko Haram? And they have been killing more people. The issue is beyond one man, Jonathan. The issue is a national calamity, and no one knows where next is going to be. And that is why we want to give a full discussion. What is wrong with the northern part of Nigeria? Why is it so porous? Is it really political? Is it religious? Is it economic? Or is it just that the government has no clueless, and therefore behaves as if nothing is happening? Will we really have a nation as we know it come 2015? Segun, you have been following the security of issues in Nigeria. What is your first take as we start this program?
You feel like whipping for the country Nigeria because by the time we started talking of this in a few years back, we started with was a child's game to what is going on now. The issue of Boko Haram, the Chibok girls, we were still playing, child's play. The whole world sympathized with Nigeria. They came down. There was no result. Our own security system made people to start to say that Nigeria was a failed nation, which I can agree with most people that it's a failed nation. The number of our soldiers, everything, they cannot.
Definitely, we have failed in the northeastern part.
We have failed the whole nation, not only if you look at it as at yesterday, which you mentioned, you alluded to when you were speaking during your introduction now. The early morning devotion in the school, boys' school, 49 of them were killed.
They've run up to 58 now.
Yeah, 50 something were very much injured. The same day, Mr. President was jubilating. It was second time. I'm not talking about Jonathan alone. I'm talking about even other parties too. Those who went to Edo State to celebrate, those who went to different. This is not. But unfortunately, the country Nigeria, we don't have any. We don't sympathize with our neighbors. No neighbors again. As long as they are able to feed and they are overfed, all they want is gone. There's nothing called security. To answer your question, there's nothing called security in the country known as Nigeria as of today.
Thank you, Segun. Debo, you just returned from Nigeria a few days ago. To what extent is fear on the streets of Nigeria, or because you've been living in Lagos, or is it just like whatever happens in the northeastern part of Nigeria doesn't concern the southwest, doesn't concern southeast, and life goes normal? Is that how it is in Lagos? Or tell us, what's the state of security in the southern part?
Both
what's happening in the northern part of the country does not affect people who are in Lagos. You will note that the country we call Nigeria today, we are intertwined in terms of culture, in terms of religion,
marriage.
People who live in there are a lot of Southwesterners that live in the north that have had to relocate back down south. But what it is that there's a kind of an uneasy calm, so to speak, within the southwest region of Nigeria as regards the Boko Haram scourge. And may I even mention that most of the people that have actually been affected by this terrorist activity have been Southerners, have been Christians.
In the north?
In the north, Christians, of course, it has affected both the Muslims and the Christians, but it has actually affected the Christians more living in the northern part of the country. So to that extent, I think the whole country, in one way or the other, is affected by this scourge.
Thanks. Inka, you are a regular commentator on the program. You anchor a radio program. Now, do you think the map of Nigeria, which has been redrawn to exclude the northeastern part, would that be a fair comment if we are not to live under any illusion?
It would be a fair comment. Dr. Johnson, I don't think at this point in time that it's fair for us to have that. I want to take two steps backwards. I remember when I grew up in Lagos in those days, and security in my days was bomo, look out for bomo, that's kidnappers in those days, and that was all what we all heard when I was growing up. But today, there is no form of security in the whole of Nigeria. I won't say whether it's in the north or whether it's in the south of Nigeria, and it's a shame really. Yes, there has been so much problems in the northeast part of Nigeria, but the thing about it is that we have people who are meant to stay on the fence to ensure that such does not happen.
But Inka, let me take you on. 18 local governments are under the control of Boko Haram. The second largest town in Adamawa, called Mubi, has been renamed Medina to Islam, which means the city of Islam. The third largest town, which was captured 24 hours ago, has been renamed the City of Wisdom by the same Boko Haram. And you still say should it be like that? It shouldn't be, but it appears that we have to agree with the reality.
That is reality. What reality? Whose reality? Outside this is not Nigeria. So what are we going to call this place that has been called Nigeria? What state is it?
They are calling it Islamic Caliphate. That's what they call it. So are we to buy this reality, or like Ika said, we should just be behaving as if it's still under?
No, I'm not saying we should behave, Dr. Johnson. I'm not saying we should behave.
Yeah.
You said something earlier on that we had the best military forces at one point in time. We had equipment, we had all this. Yes, those were probably at the time was adequately funded. Today, what went wrong? On my program, I was saying that what's the difference between a Nigerian soldier and a Boko Haram insurgent? What's the difference? Are these people not Nigerians? So what exactly is happening? I'm talking about inside, what is really happening that we don't see. Sir, I'll take you back. Eagle Square, Nigerian Independence Day. There was a bomb in Abuja. Till today, we can't find what happened. Yeah, then the Yanya bus stop happened. Bomb, people died. We still couldn't find what happened. Then that same bus stop was bombed again. We still couldn't find what happened. What is really going on? What is under it that we are not seeing?
Segun, you think Jonathan's administration is so perforated and porous that even his own boys are the ones carrying out this directly or indirectly by funding and by support?
I would not, but I have to say yes. I mean, he came out publicly a few years back to say he knew those who were behind this. Initially, he said they were in his cabinet. This was retracted. Later on, they said they were in the opposition. This was retracted. Later on, they said we know them, we shall bring them. Later on, the issue of bring back our girls happened. They stopped those who were genuinely canvassing for the girls to be brought back under the guise of something else. They said it was the opposition that was pushing them.
Yeah, led by Obi Ezekwesili.
They said it was the opposition that was urging them to do all this, and that was the opposition that was against the government. Yes, we believe that. The head of the military, of the soul of the whatever you call it, chief of defense staff, came out publicly to say we know where the girls are, but for tactical reasons we cannot tell you. Up to today, we haven't found the girls. Nothing has been done. Then Mr. President is going around. What sort of, anytime such a thing happens, he will call the Council of State or meeting, the most powerful body. And all I know, which I believe they are doing, is to the presidency, one way or the other, we still have something where he has declared, when the state of emergency is declared in the state, it means he has taken over in those states. It is not the governors of those states that have failed. It is the president that has failed this time around because he has already declared state of emergency in those states.
That's fair enough, but you recall that when the state of emergency was declared in those states, they said that he should not remove the governor as that would be unconstitutional. I remember clearly. And some argue that once you declare state of emergency, the governor must be removed. But he decided not to remove the governors so that it will not appear as if he was trying to overtake the states that his party did not control.
Let us say he didn't even remove them. He's the commander-in-chief.
Fair enough, yeah.
He's the commander-in-chief of them. So he commands the army, he commands the police. So where lies the power over the governor? A governor where the state is not being taken over has no power over the military. Not to talk of a state where there's state of emergency. So who do we blame?
Debo, I want to ask you, why is it that people behave as if nothing has happened in Nigeria? I mean, 52, now we understand there are 58, 79 injured, 58 school children died in Potiskum, and the whole country continued business as usual. Why is it that the whole country was not in mourning?
I understand. It's just that it's very unfortunate that the value for life